Pusha T has distanced himself from Kanye and stepped down from good music. What up, world? It's your boy Charles Brown back again, talking facts. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe, hit that notification bell. Okay, I'm learning this right now in real time. Pusha T has distanced himself from Kanye and has stepped down as the president of Good Music. Good for you, Pusha. Good for you. Let me read the article, and we're gonna all find out what's going on with Pusha right now. This is courtesy of Vlad TV. In 2010, Pusha T signed to Kanye's imprint with Def Jam called Good Music. During the label's heyday, the roster boasted the likes of Kid Cudi, Big Sean, Q-Tip was on Good Music. That's weird. And Hit Boy. I want to say something about that before I go any further. Kid Cudi not rocking with Kanye no more. Big Sean just had the biggest argument blow up with Kanye. Their relationship got to be horrible right now. But they for the public eye, they making it like it's all nice. Q-Tip has an issue with Ye as well. A lot of the things Ye has done don't sit well with Tip, but Tip plays the back and is not going to bring that up. And Hit Boy does not rock with Kanye even in the slightest bit. So all of them names right there, Ye has already pushed them all away with being Ye. But let me continue. 5 years later, Kanye West named Pusha T his replacement as the label's president. His next 3 albums would be released under Kanye's corporate umbrella, but in the wake of his former boss's recent controversy surrounding anti-Semitism and more, Pusha T has opted to distance himself. In the recent interview with XXL magazine, the 45-year-old MC from New York announced that not only will he be stepping down as the president of Good Music, but he will no longer be releasing music through the label. Instead, his 50-50 deal will continue on through his own imprint with Def Jam called the Airwave Music Group. Salute to Pusha T. Now, I do have to be honest, Pusha T had already, I believe he fulfilled that deal, and Ye had already wrote him out of that contract. I'm just going to be 100%. I believe this was already in the works a couple months ago, where I believe they had a video he put up on Instagram or Twitter saying that Ye had gave him his masters back or something to the effect. I would have to look it up, but I know they had already decided that he was starting his own imprint. He was leaving Good, so it's just the timing may be bad, but they were already working on this. Now, what I do want to say, I'm believing that they're putting this out now to clarify, because he didn't need to step down as the Good president to still make his own label. You don't have to do both. But he stepped down. But I believe the timing is because Ye is in a really bad situation in the media. Ye is outrageous right now, and he's extremely toxic, and everything turned to complete garbage. I believe that anybody still in business with Kanye, you are in a failing business. It's like crypto or like trash penny stocks that ain't going nowhere. It is a disaster to still be in business with Kanye West at this point, because he doesn't have anything good to say that's making any sense to any race, black, white, Hispanic, whatever. It's all nonsense. He dropped one song last week. I believe it was called something about DJ Khaled's son, and got it removed. I don't know who at this point, besides a Ye stan that is absolutely nuts, would even want to hear a Kanye song. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't want to hear anything Kanye has to say or do or talk about at this point. It is nonsense, gibberish. And I'm trying to figure out what he's going to do going forward, because he has become the poster child for white supremacy and hate. And there's no other way to put it. Yeah, he makes some good points here and there about what we are going through with these contracts and the disparages between the rich and the poor. Let's say that, right? For black people, we've been going through this forever, but this is not how you deal with it, by bringing it up every day, trying to dehumanize a whole group of people for it. You try to build us up, not bring them down. It's two different things to it, in my opinion. And I feel like as we start to see Ye devolve into a puppet for right-wing extremists who flock to any and everything he says now because he's a mouthpiece for everything that they want to spew, but they can't because they are blocked from polite society, which he has not completely been blocked from. He can still get interviews with the major publications, and every time he does one of these interviews and he spews their rhetoric for them and he plants these little seeds in the heads of these kids that follow him, and the first thing they do is start searching the names and the ideologies of the people that he is bringing around, like Fuentes and all these different people. They start to look them up, and guess what? It's called radicalized. They become radicalized, and he doesn't know that he was the seed that planted that. Right? He doesn't understand that he's being used as a pawn. He is calling himself a free thinker, but every single thought has been put into his head for the last 4 or 5 years. They have been grooming him and shaping him into what he is today. And he doesn't understand that that's what the purpose was in the first place, was to put so much into his head that he starts spitting it out without even knowing that's what he's doing. So what Kanye right now is a puppet. And what he is doing is using his platform to pauperize other people and get them to think the extremely heinous and negative thoughts that he is being plugged in with. These dark web ideologies that most good people don't subscribe to. That's why he's getting so much blockage and getting so much pushback and getting dropped from so many different companies. And I hate to see a black man destroyed. I really do. But once you realize they're destroying themselves, there's really nothing else you can really do. So Pusha T, salute to you. I understand you were probably the most and the last loyal person to Kanye that is going to stand by him, especially as a rapper and especially as a black man. You're one of the very last people to still try to make excuses for this man who has no excuses. Right? When you talk about our queens like Rosa Parks and people like that, and you discredit our absolute heroes like Harriet Tubman, and you disrespect our ancestors saying they had a choice to be slaves, when in fact you would not be here if they didn't make that choice, and you would not be this billionaire that you thrive so much on saying, which is not true anymore either. So to me, a man that turns his back on his race has everything that he has coming to him coming in spades. And at that point, I can't do anything else for you, nor do I want to. And no, I don't want to hear your new music. I don't want to wear your goofy shoes, and I would never buy your ratty ass clothes. So on that note, salute the Pusha T. I will support anything you do next. I don't care if Kanye made the beats or not. I'm going to support Pusha T regardless. But with that being said, we can almost rest assured that Ye will not be doing his beats going forward, because anybody that speaks out against him, he turns their back on him and he starts dissing him. So salute to Pusha T. You got supporters out here. You put one of the best albums of the year out earlier this year, and it was called It's Almost Dry. And I give that album a high praise mark. It's a high benchmark for 2022. Keep doing you. We're going to support, and it is what it is. CLBMG.com. I'm going to catch y'all on that flip. Peace.
CLB.